Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Let me go and set up this room real quick and then we can get started. So it's 6:20, we get about 10 minutes till market open. So let me just go ahead and set everything up real quick. We're good. Let me go ahead and set out the Zoom link for the premium members here. Hey guys, morning. I'm setting out the links right now, so just give me 1 second. I'll let people in as the room is set up. So I'm gonna get everybody in the room real quick. So good for the most part here. A few other places right here to sign up to this. Let's see, morning Ben Harwood, morning Miles, morning everybody. So today's Tuesday, August 24th, second trading day of the week. Market's looking pretty bullish, but I'm going to check and analyze everything in a few. Market's opening in about 8 minutes, so we have some time. But I'm going to go ahead and take a look at everything right now. Let's see, morning Mark, morning Peter, morning Miles, morning Clyde, morning Vincent, morning Essa, morning Alkin, morning Matt, morning everybody. Let's see what else we got here. Morning Kushi, morning Karen. All right, everything looks good for the most part. Looking over here on the 1 hour, we have a bullish bias. Reason for that is because price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Looking over here at the 10-minute, same situation. Price is above the pivot, the trend meter is red, but price is still above the pivots. Here on the 3-minute, price is above the pivots, the trend meter is also green. Lastly, here on the 1 minute, price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. So for the technical side, everything looks pretty bullish here. We need to confirm it on the fundamental side. Let me pull up the fundamentals over here. The futures data is showing that it is in the green 49 points, so it's bullish there as well. Looking over here at the retail sentiment, it's now 66% short, so it's still majority of people are short, so everything's pretty much pointing towards the upside. So for the technical side, we have a bullish bias. For the fundamental side, we currently have a bullish bias. We'll have to wait and see what happens when the market actually opens. Lastly, the market sentiment is short, so everything's pointing towards a buy. So we'll see what happens when the market actually opens in the next 6 minutes before we hop into the actual trade. Hey Alex, morning. Morning Shane, morning Sam, morning Adrian, morning Patrick, morning Gerald, morning Nia, morning Donovan, morning Sam K, morning Prahol, morning Dennis, morning everybody. So yeah, everything looks pretty good for the most part. Monoshare said, sir, today's my last day in FTMO. Please kill it. Yeah, no, definitely. We'll see what happens from here when the market opens. I definitely think it should. Let me see if there's any news. Actually, I didn't check for that today. So yeah, no new. I mean, there's news today, but there's not really anything that's really heavy. You know, it's kind of just normal news this morning, light news. So we'll see what happens from there. I was going to call this trade here for GJ, but I didn't call it because I didn't think it was really. I mean, it looks all right, but it does look a little iffy. So maybe I'll call it a little later. Let's see. Yeah, I was looking at a couple trades here to call for you guys. But I mean, they kind of look kind of iffy. Like the Forex market is still kind of slow. It should start picking up in a bit though, once we exit summer. But I'll see if I find anything. If I find anything, then I'll call it. If not, then there just isn't anything available yet. Hey, Ree, good morning. Let's see. Patrick said got new home sales, maybe high impact on my FX book at 10 a.m. So 7 a.m. my time. Let's see. Here on Forex Factory, it's pretty light. I mean, we'll see what happens when that news does come out. I know some different news sites show it as a high impact, some of them show it as low impact. It's just good to know. Henry said, good morning. Some guy on Telegram impersonating you asking for a monthly fee to be paid by Bitcoin. Yeah, guys. So, guys, there's, obviously there's going to be scammers whenever, a group is doing well. There's a scammer. He's been messaging people. I'm not sure, Henry, if you've been missing it, but I've been posting every single day. The same guy here, J-Star. He's the same guy who's been trying to scam from before. His username is K². That's not my username. My name's K2 trades. My bio has the K2 website. My name is not J-Star. Obviously, it's Shawn. So if this guy's messaging you, this is what he looks like. Same scammer from a long time ago, some Nigerian scammer. This dude's been scamming for a while now. I've been posting this every single day. There's post right here. Henry, I'm not sure if you saw it. There's post from yesterday right here warning people. I told him to fuck off. Basically, he got mad. He said something back. And then he's been doing it all week. I mean, not all week, for he's been doing it for a long time now. This is the message he sends out to people. Obviously, people here in K2 are smart and they know that this isn't me because my name is not J-Star. So, people in the group have been messing with him. When he messages, they just mess with him and communicate with him. I even sent it on Sunday. So like today, yesterday, the day before that, I've been sending warnings out to everybody. I'm not sure if anyone's missing that. I sent the entire, and there's this person named Shawn Johnson. My name is not Shawn Johnson, and he doesn't even have a picture with me there. So you guys just, use your common sense. If it's not me, it's not me. So you guys just need to see who it is. But obviously, I'm never going to message you guys first. I never message you guys first. I never ask for payment through Telegram. I never ask for Bitcoin payment either. I would never send you guys to a different website other than the K2 website. So if someone messages you and they're trying to be me, it's probably not me because I'm not going to message you guys first. I only respond to messages. I don't message people first, unless it's something to do with your account. But I'll never message you guys first. I'll never ask for Bitcoin, and I'll never send you to a website other than the K2 website. The only website I'll send you to is this K2 website right here. But the same guy has been scamming for he's been scamming for over a year now. Luckily our members were able to trick him into FaceTiming because this guy's an idiot, obviously. We've seen him before. He's been coming around. Sometimes he'll go by username K2 Tradey, K2 Trades, K2 Trades. But my username is just K2 Trades. If you go over here and you guys see, this is what my profile looks like. And my username is K2 Trades, not K2 Trades. So just keep that in mind, guys. There's a lot of ways to find out the red flags. First of all, why would I ever ask for Bitcoin? Why would I ever tell you guys, to go to a different website? I think the website that they were recommending before was NVIDIA or NVIDIA or something. Invivid. Guys, use your common sense. I'm not going to send you to Invivid. The company's called K2 Trades, not Invivid. So just keep that in mind when you guys are getting messages from random people. Obviously, there's a lot of scammers on Telegram, so just be careful. I'm never going to ask for Bitcoin, so just keep that in mind. All right, anyways, let's get back to the charts. Market's going to open in about 1 minute. So here is US 30 right here. Market is about to open in about 30 seconds. So let me go ahead and just mark this up right here. And we will see what happens when the market opens. So let's see what happens right here. All right, market's opening in about 10 seconds. We're going to see what the futures look like. If the futures are bullish, then we're going to take the buy. We just need to confirm a strong bullish candle. So, all right, market is now officially open. Looking over here at the stock index. So the daily index right now is currently, let's see, I give it a few seconds. The index here still isn't showing up. It's weird. Let me go ahead and just update this right here. This isn't updating either. So it's starting to drop pretty heavy right here. So we're not looking for a buy yet. We need a confirmation of a strong bullish candle. in order to take a trade. We also need the confirmation of the stock index over here. Stock index is up 66 points. So we're going to be looking for a possible buy. The actual stock index right here is not loading. I don't know what's going on with this, but this thing hasn't loaded since yesterday. Not sure if the CNBC website's down right now, but it's just not showing any stock index here. But anyways, just looking over here at the daily, it is bullish. So what I see happening here is I see this coming down and I see it swinging back up. The reason why it came down right there is because it rejected off the New York high from yesterday. This is the new indicator that I just released to you guys. It rejected off the New York high, then it came right back down. Now it's projecting off the pivot and it's swinging right back up. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for a buy signal because we have a sell signal right here. We need a buy signal. We also need it to be a strong bullish candle, meaning a green candle with little to no wick on top. So it's 6:31 right now. We have a lot of time. There's no rush for us to really hop into anything, but I'm going to be waiting for that possible entry once, once the market opens here. I mean, the market's open, but once we have that confirmation. Let me check this real quick. All right, the daily index is 64 points in the green. Retail sentiment is short. Technicals are bullish. Reason for being bullish is that price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. So we'll see what happens from here. And this is why you have to wait for that confirmation, because you hop in for a buy right away, you're going to get caught in this manipulation right here. Obviously, prices are being manipulated. There's no reason for it to be dropping right now because the actual index is green right now. It was like how it was last week. There's some days where it would come down, but then it would come right back up. See how it's coming all the way back up? This is why you gotta wait for the confirmation, because price is going to be manipulated. It's going to keep bouncing back and forth until we have that confirmation here. The TP stop loss for the breakout is 500 pips. That's what it looks like here. Boris is asking, what do you think of my FOREX funds for a prop firm? No idea. I've never used them before. Only one that I can recommend is FTMO. I don't recommend Funding Talent, and I don't recommend anything else. The only one that I can recommend would be FTMO. I haven't used my FOREX funds, but I've seen other people use it, and they said that there is the spread for it is like crazy high. So people don't really recommend it. All right, so we need a confirmation of a bullish signal here. I mean, technically this would have been the breakout right here, but it wouldn't fit the requirements because there's no buy signal there. We need a buy signal to confirm it. So still no entry here. We're just waiting for this to confirm. So as you guys can see, price is like bouncing back and forth, right? This is why we're not entering yet. You need to wait for the confirmation. We need a confirmation of a momentum signal in that direction with a strong candle in that direction as well, meaning little to no wick on the opposite side of it. So yeah, there's no entry here because we don't have a buy signal, but you guys can see how crazy volatile the market is right now, right? Market just opened right here. It's been bouncing around back and forth about 500 pips. It's been bouncing around a whole lot. So, but the index is still 64% in the green. I mean, 64 points in the green. So it's still pretty bullish. It's just price is bouncing back and forth. And you can see right here, it's literally bouncing back and forth. It comes down, shoots up, comes right back down, and now it's going to shoot right back up. But we're not going to take it until we have that that green buy signal with a strong bullish confirmation. So big wick right here, so probably no entry. It's about 40 seconds till this candle closes. Yeah, the wick's pretty huge on both sides. There's a lot of big wicks here on both ends. On the 3-minute, it's still pretty bullish. Here on the 10-minute as well. See if I can find zones here. Yeah, so it looks like there's actually a snipe entry that's available. But I'm not going to take it, obviously. You can see how volatile it is. It's just moving too fast. Let's see this right here. All right. Yeah, so this thing over here, it's pretty much, I I mean, it's pretty much going back and forth, just like I mentioned earlier. So if you guys have been following since open, I mentioned that we have to wait for that confirmation. And the reason for that is because it just keeps bouncing back and forth, right? There's no clear direction. You're waiting for the direction to be set. Looking over here at the fundamental side, it's still pretty bullish. I mean, it's up 48 points. It's not where we want it to be. Generally, you want it to be in the green over 100 points or in the red 100 points for the bias to confirm. But right now, there's no strong bias. The technical side over here, it's still bouncing back and forth. It's just kind of going sideways. It's a big range. It's ranging from up here to down here. So it's about a range of 600 pips, which is, I mean, it's a pretty big range for it to be bouncing around. So we're still waiting for it. Actually, it's 636 now. So we're not going to be looking for the breakout anymore. We're going to pass on the breakout. We're going to look for just scalps now. So I'm going to turn this off, and then we'll start looking for some scalps. We got to wait for the market to confirm its direction, because you can see right here on the 10-minute. So on all the time frames here, the 10-minute, it's kind of just going sideways. The 3-minute, it's going sideways, and the 1-minute, it's also going sideways. There's no specific direction that it is moving from. So let me just check this real quick. Sorry, I'm just going to fix this. Let's see. All right, we're just waiting for it to let me see what that signal was. We're just looking for actual entries here now, because we're not looking for the breakout anymore. It's way past opening. Open was at 6:30. But right now there's just, there was no breakout that was available. All right, let me scroll up and see what, let me see, hold on 1 second. We might have one right here for a possible scalp. Off the 1 minute, because we still have that bullish bias. So the candle strength doesn't really matter anymore. What we're looking for now is we're just looking for a bullish signal here. So let's see this real quick, because it's going to be a quick move. All right, there we go. All right, I just hit TP off that. That's a 1 minute scalp right there. Nice, I made about 1,000 off that trade right there as a quick little move. So if you guys understand what we're doing here, you guys would have been able to catch that. I'll send you guys my profits off that right there. Looks great. Oh man, that was quick. All right, yeah, Maddie, mine was lagging too. Let me see where mine's at. Yeah, I made 790 off that trade off one account. I'll send you guys my screenshot of my profits right now. So I took that really quick. This is why it's important that you guys understand the strategy here, so that you guys can pull it off on your own. But yeah, I hopped into this real quick, locked in a nice profit. If you guys want to send in your profits, I know some of you guys did take this as well. So it looks like a lot of you guys took it here. Nice. Yeah, just looking at everyone's profits right now, it looks like everyone did pretty solid off that right there. And I'll show you everyone's profits off that one trade. So this is why it's important that you guys understand the strategy, that you guys have the indicators, because it makes a huge difference with regard to your your ability to catch these trades, because they do move very quickly. So let me just take a screenshot of my profits over here. All right, so I took that trade from yesterday. I'm up about a little over 1,000, close to like 1,500 for the, or actually like 3,000 for the day. Yeah, man, the slippage right now is crazy. Let me check this real quick. Yeah, the slippage is like pretty crazy right now, because they're not copying to my personal account, but they do copy to my FTMO account. So let me just send you guys my profits real quick, and I'll show you guys everyone else's as well. All right, so looking at everyone's profits, if you guys have profits, go ahead and send them over in the groups, and then we can take a look. So this is what I locked off that one trade right there. So that one buy that I just took off the 1 minute over here, where we hit full TP, I locked in about 790. So I'm in total 1,079 in profit for this account. And then my other FTMO account, I locked in 1,190. I profit a total of 1,479. So about 3,000 in total, almost for the day. You can see the pricing difference because of the slippage that I just mentioned. Price is moving too fast right now. I was able to exit here for about 1,190. Over here, it's only able to exit at 790 because price is just moving too fast. So I just put a little message here, locked in. US 30. 1 minute scalp. All right, looks good. All right, so I'm going to be looking at the Zoom real quick. I'm not going to look at the YouTube right now, guys, because we just have too many messages in the Zoom. Zoom is priority, so they get their questions answered first. I'll look at the YouTube if we have some time later. But anyways, looking at everyone's profits over here. So scrolling up over here, let's see, the first profit for today was Victor over here. Victor locked in about 50 bucks on his account. I'll save that over here. We also got Jamie over here. Jamie locked in 745. Great work, Jamie. We got Kyle over here with a total of 554. Nice work, Kyle. Clyde over here with a total of 2,066 straight wins today. We got Jay over here with a total of 3,410 straight wins. We got Justin Bugai over here, total of 521 straight wins. Maddie over here looks like he had an accident, but he has a total of 1,121 in profit for the day. Yeah, Chris. So Chris is asking, see Casey over here locked in at 455. Great work, Casey. Charlie over here locked in a total. Let me scroll over real quick. Patricia locked in a total of 1,244. Great work, Patricia. Romanio locked in 1,105 off his first account. His second account, he locked in 1,014. Great work, Romanio. Dre over here locked in a total of 484. Nice work, Dre. No losses, straight wins. Jalan over here locked in 490. Great work, Jalan. So yeah, everyone here is killing it. S over here locked in 90 bucks off first account. Second account, S locked in 1,324. Great work, Essa. Albert locked in 185 off his first account. His other account over here locked in 13 bucks off his personal. I swear. Other than that, Dre locked in 484. He said take his profits and ran. Scott over here ran locked in 440 or 404. Nice work, Scott. Dennis over here locked in a total of 1,332. Great work, Dennis. Charlie over here locked in a total of 171. No losses. Nice work, Charlie. Michael over here locked in 322. No losses as well. So great work amongst everyone here. Sisuk over here locked in 3,689 off one account. His second account, he locked in 876. Great work, Sisuk. Steven over here as well locked in 3,093. So amazing work by everyone here. Kip over here locked in a total of 7,235. And you guys can see these are all different people in the K² Premium who are locking these profits. If you guys have profits to send over, just send them over to me and I could add them to our list of profits that are sent at the end of the day. Abraham over here locked in 398. Great work, Abraham. Junior over here locked in a total, Dre locked in 484. Junior locked in a total of 1,806. He looks like he had a little accident above there as well, but otherwise he made some pretty nice profit overall. Yeah, great work, guys. Maddie locked in 1,121. Bradley locked in a total of 406. Nice work, Bradley. Yeah, Justin locked in 521 right here. Nice work, Justin. Roman over here locked in a total of 1,027. Great work, Roman. And I think that's it for right now. I'll see Steven over here as well. Steven, what's going on, bro? How are you in the red? Everyone is profited, but you're the only person that is in the red right now. Steven, it looks like you're driving, bro. You should probably focus on your driving. Trade when you can focus on your trading. Because I'm not sure how are you in the red right now, and literally everyone here. Javier too. Oh, Javier is able to pull it up. I'll have to check my own account to maybe have to refresh the page. But yeah, Steven, I think you're the only person that's in the red right now. Literally everybody here is in the green. Everyone has straight wins for US 30. So I'm assuming you didn't pull out of the trade. So Steven, if you're driving, you should probably focus on your driving and trade later. So otherwise, guys, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing over here. Kenny said to try CNBC again. Let me try that again. It's just not loading on mine. You know, later on, guys, I'll try to fix it. I'll probably have to clear my cookies or something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can pull it up again on here. Let's see. CNBC US 30 index. Yeah, it's still the same on my page. It's just not coming up. I don't know. I have to go and just refresh my page. I probably have to clear my history, my cookies. It's probably the page is just broken right now, but it's all good. It's not really necessary because we're looking at the overall index anyways. So, all right, back to what we were looking at here, guys. We're looking for a retracement. The retracement did happen right here. So we have this retracement. We're looking for it to swing back up. However, we need an opposite signal in the opposite direction in order for us to take it there. So same with here on the 3-minute, we're just looking for a buy signal. If we get a buy signal here, we'll take it for a buy. We just don't have it yet. So if this right here closes with the buy signal, we might take it. However, it's going to be risky because we're getting close to the New York and Asia highs from yesterday over here. So other than that, let's see. Yeah, Javier said it's still pretty bullish. Great. Let's see. Kip said no horns for Steven. Yeah, we'll get it on the next one, Kip. Over here, Jeff locking a total of 605. That's right, Jeff. Yeah, I'm Jeff. This is why I got the thing over here. Let me check this real quick. Semtex locked in a total of 2,470. And then on Semtex's other account, he locked in 310. Great work, Semtex. Nico locked in a total of 1,390. Great work, Nico. Other than that, I think that's about it. I don't see anything else here. Kevin Lim over here locked in a total of 2,041. No losses, straight wins. Nice work, Kevin. All right, you guys are doing pretty good. So we're just looking for a next entry here. We don't have any entries currently available. We're just waiting for a possible buy signal to come up here. However, it's going to be risky because we're getting close to the previous session highs right here. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for right now. So let me check out the Zoom real quick, see what I'm missing here, because we do have a bunch of questions over here. Let me just scroll up real quick and see what I missed. So let's see. Justin said ugly ass dude. A lot of people are talking about the scammer over here that was scamming this guy over here. So Justin said ugly ass dude. Gerald said he looks just like you, Shawn. Yeah, no, it's funny. This guy got the scammer. Basically, the dude that's been messaging people. So the same guy's just messaging people asking for a Bitcoin payment. It's obviously not me, guys. So yeah, if you guys get a message by someone asking for Bitcoin payment or telling me that you're getting a discount, you guys are definitely not getting a discount off K2. So that's definitely not going to be me. So keep that in mind. You know, K2 is already cheap as is. It's not going to go any cheaper than how it currently is. It's actually going to go up. So guys, just a reminder, since we released this new indicator right here, price is actually going to go up by next week. So if you guys are currently members, you guys will lock in the current price that you guys have. But if you guys aren't members, price is going to go up. And if you haven't signed up yet, you're going to have to pay the new price. So if you guys want to lock in the current price, sign up as soon as possible. If not, then that's completely fine. You should be fine paying the new price because you should be making enough profit with the trades that we take every morning. So if you guys are brand new here, or if you guys want to sign up, go to the website k2trades.com, and then you can sign up for the signals if you just want access to the private Zoom, or if you want access to the indicators where you can, apply these strategies on your own and pretty much lock in, similar profits as everyone else over here. Like Kip, we only took one trade today. Kip took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades. And if you guys want to do that, just click on K2 strategy course right here and you'll get access to the indicators and the strategies. But yeah, just a reminder, guys, price for K2 is going to be going up in the next by the next week, because we do have this brand new indicator right here. In order for us to continue working on it and fine tuning this indicator, we need to increase price. We also need to limit our signups because as you guys have noticed, like what happened with like funding talent, we're starting to we're on the radar for like a lot of these funding companies because we everyone here just profits like way too much and we're too consistent. So a lot of these funding companies are looking out for like people in like groups like ours. So we want to limit signups. So we just want to increase price so that we only get the people who are really serious about trading. So if you guys want to sign up, you're your opportunity is now. If not, then price goes up. Don't ask for a discount because you're not gonna get it. But yeah, other than that, guys, so 3-minute right here, we have a pending buy. But like I mentioned, it's going to be kind of risky because it's going to be close to this session highs over here. Because our TP is going to be about 250 pips. So even if we were to enter a buy there, we might get caught in a rejection as it gets to this point over here. So I'm probably not going to take it, but we'll be following for any possible entries as we continue on from here. So other than that, and we're probably going to stop doing these live YouTubes for free because we just get too many trolls in the group. So we're just not trying to deal with any of these trolls anymore. So if you guys aren't in K2 Premium, it's unfortunate. You're probably not going to be able to profit with us anymore. We're just going to be doing the live Zoom sessions, and then we're going to keep everything private because we just get too many trolls here on the YouTube, like the scammer here. It's funny because everyone's saying that the people who they're saying that this guy's probably in the YouTube right now. So he's over here just him and his homies are disliking the video, which I really don't care because if you dislike the video, you're still engaging with the video. So you pretty much played yourself because your friends are still going to see my videos, even if you like it or dislike it, because you're still engaging with the YouTube channel here. All right, we have a pending buy over here. So we're waiting for this to close. If this closes, it's going to be a valid entry for this 3-minute. However, like I mentioned, it's going to be close to these session highs right here. So I'm probably not going to take it, but I'll mark it up for you guys in case people here do want to take it. Looking over here at the daily index is 53 points in the green. The market sentiment over here is 66% short. So we're still looking for buys here. This candle right here has about 2 minutes left in it. Once it closes, we can determine whether we want to take it or not. If it closes above here, then yeah, we'll probably take it. If it closes below here, I'm probably going to hold off and I'll wait for it to close above before I take it for maybe the remainder of the move. So yeah, so we'll be waiting for over here as we continue. Let me see what else we're looking for here. Kimmy, you have the sessions indicator ready. If you go to invite only scripts, you can find it right there. So if you go to indicators over here, go to invite only scripts, you'll see K2 sessions high low right over there. And that's how you'll get access to it because you do have access to the indicators. All right, so looks good right here. Yeah, no problem, Kimmy. Thanks, Patricia. Yeah, Patricia said, Shawn, news at 10 a.m. set in 7 minutes. So yeah, this is going to be risky right here. It's right at the session highs. And also, we do have news coming up shortly. So if we hop into this, it needs to close above here. And then it's probably going to be a quick move. I'm probably not even going to hold it for the entire move. So we still have about a minute left on this candle right here. If it closes above, I'll take it. I might take it for partial move. I might not take it for the entire move. Well, we'll see what happens here. So candle's going to close in about 40 seconds. Once it closes, we can determine whether we want to take this or not. It needs to close above these lines right here, though, these horizontal lines, because this purple one's going to be the London high, and this green one's going to be the New York high from yesterday. And you can see that price generally respects it, right? You can see it respects it. It rejects off, it comes right back down. So we got about 15 seconds left on this candle. No entry. All right, so no entry there. Like I mentioned, it didn't close above here and we didn't have that buy signal. We need to buy a signal and we need to close above these lines right here in order for us to take this trade. Because if not, it's just going to reject off this point and it can easily just bounce right off it. So that's why we're not taking it yet. We need a confirmation for an actual entry. Looking over here on the 1 minute, no entry here yet either. Looking here on the 10-minute, there's a bunch of snipe entries that were actually available right here. Actually, all of these are all snipe entries that are available. But we didn't take it because of how the market was moving on open. So we didn't take it right here on open because you guys saw how it was moving. And you can see that it has huge wicks on top and bottom. So huge wicks on the top side, huge wicks on the bottom side over here. So yeah, this over here, this is pretty much what it looks like for the most part. It's looking like there's no straight direction. We were looking for a bullish bias here, but you guys can see that with these wicks, the huge wicks on the top and the bottom, this indicates that price is just bouncing back and forth. And you don't want to enter a trade when price is just going back and forth like this. You want it when it's moving directional. Also, we have the news coming up in about 5 minutes. So we'll wait for that news to pass. Once the news passes, we can start looking for possible entries here. But yeah, I'm going to wait for the new home sales to to come by first. Let's see. So it's coming up in about 5 minutes. Once we have that news there, we can start looking for some more trades. So let me just go back to the Zoom real quick and see what else I'm missing over here. So let me scroll up real quick. Rahul is asking, Shawn, what lot size should I use for 100K on US 30? Depending on what trade you plan on taking. If you're taking scalps in the morning, you can take between a 3 lot and a 5 lot for FTMO. So it depends on what broker you're using too. If you're using FTMO, it's a 3 to 5 lot, but it would depend on which broker you're using. If you're using something different, then let me know. And I'll let you know if I know what the valuation is for that specific broker. But for FTMO, it is 3 to 5 lot. Hey, Abraham, morning. Eunice said most stocks are green. Definitely a huge wick right there. Enzo said, Shawn, do you use currency strength indicator? No, I don't. I only use the K2 indicators. There's no need for anything else. You know, whatever's on my chart, guys, is what I use. I show you guys exactly what I do. I don't use anything other than the K2 indicators. You guys can see here, all the indicators on my chart are K2 indicators. I don't use any of that other noise. It's not necessary. Brian said, wasn't the 9:30 candle a sell signal that closed? No, Brian, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Let's see, 6:30. I mean, that's a sell signal, but that's not an entry right there. So I'm not sure what you're looking at, Brian. There's no entry here because it doesn't fall under the 1 minute strategy. It also doesn't fall under the breakout strategy either because the bias was bullish. So obviously you can see right here, it's been bullish, right? Because price was above the pivots and the trend meter was green. It was like that for all different time frames. So there was no buy there, or there's no sell there for that specific candle. And you would have lost this trade anyway. So if you took a trade here, didn't even hit TP because TP would have been down here, would have reversed right onto you, you would have lost the trade. So that's why we didn't take a trade there. There was nothing available. Nice. Dean caught the trade too. Let's see what else we got over here. Just close the snipe. Ruin, yeah. So I think this is Chris, right? Chris from the group. I am pulling market execution whenever the trade gives an entry, because I have two different screens here. So I have trading view right here and I have MT4 over here on my other side. So my MT4 is like right over here, and I just have it on my other screen. So whenever I have an entry, I just hit a market buy or market sell, depending on which direction I trade in. I just have two screens. Other than that, let me see if I see anything else. I'm still looking at this 3 minute here for a possible buy. I need it to close above here with that buy signal. Once we get that, we can take it. Let's see. Yeah, Leilani mentioned the 10-minute snipe. I saw that earlier, Leilani. That's the one that I marked up when the market opened right here, but I saw the big wick, so that's why I didn't take it. Because generally when there's big wicks on both sides like this is indicating that there's indecisiveness in the direction of price. Generally, if there's wicks on one side, that's cool because it's like indicating that price is pushing directional. Obviously, it's pushing bullish here, but there's still big wicks on both sides. So I didn't take that 630 candle right there off of this. See if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Duggan said, I'm never getting an Uber in California if the guy's name is Steven. Exactly. Let's see what else I missed over here. Rick's asking 1 minute sell. Let me check real quick. I'm not looking for any sells, Rick, because all the biases are pointing towards a buy, and there's no sells here either that I could see. I'm not sure. It was probably there earlier when you mentioned it, but the bias here is bullish. It's bullish on the 10 minutes, bullish on the 3 minutes, bullish on the 1 minute. The fundamentals are bullish, so there's no reason for me to ever take a sell right now because it's just too bullish right now. Also, retail sentiment is short, so I'm only looking for buys on my end, Rick. So let's see. All right, let me see if I'm missing anything else over here. Yeah, Gerald. Gerald said instead of scamming and trolling, they could be making money with us here at K2. Yeah, exactly. I mean, some people are just scammers, you know, so, or they just don't have any common sense to just just trade with this. Cause I'm sure like the same scammers are in the same rooms and, you know, looking at what we're doing here, if they would have just traded and stopped scamming, they could just be making even more by doing that, but whatever, you know, it is what it is. People can do what they want. But yeah, here on the 3 minute, we have a pending buy. So in order for us to take this buy, this needs to close with the buy signal. It also needs to close above these two lines right here. This green line and this orange line. This green line is the New York session high from yesterday. And this purple line right here is the Asia high from yesterday as well. So in order for us to take this trade, we need to be above that so that we can, we can take this trade with confidence that it's not going to reject off one of these points and then bounce right off. Rahul said, thank you, but I'm using funding talent. So I'm not sure about funding talent. I don't use them, Rahul. So you probably want to ask them. You can ask their support, how much is it? Like how much is each pip worth using a one lot? And then when you can get that calculation, then we can figure out. I don't use funding talent. I don't recommend anyone use funding talent. Funding talent still owes a lot of K2 members here for some profits. Like I think Tommy, they still owe him like 26K. They haven't paid him out yet. So I'm not going to recommend them, and I'm not sure what their valuation is per pip. Let me see what else I'm missing here. And guys, see, this is exactly why you don't hop into the buy yet, right? Because it's bouncing off this same exact point, right? You look here, every time price comes to this point right here, which is the previous session highs, and this is why it's important that you guys have this new indicator. If you turn this off, it'd be hard for you to see exactly where price is rejecting from, right? These lines have been here since yesterday. So we already knew that these rejection points were going to be here from yesterday, right? These points right here were established yesterday during New York session and during Asia session. So you can see price respecting it pretty perfectly off these points over here. So other than that, let me see if I can miss anything else, if I'm missing anything else over here. But we're pretty much waiting for a possible entry, but there just isn't anything available right now. Let me pull up the news real quick and see what we're missing over here. So new home sales was actually positive. So it was positive, but for whatever reason, it's still coming down. So we'll see what happens from here. I mean, it's probably going to have a late reaction and it's going to swing up at a later time. So let me scroll down real quick. Henry said, in your trading, though you talk about Ichimoku Cloud, are you no longer using the strategy? Henry, have you watched all the videos? So what I recommend is you actually go and watch all the videos because there's different versions. You watch the very first version. On the third version, we explained that the K2 trend meter here replaced the Ichimoku Cloud. So no, we don't use Ichimoku Cloud anymore. We haven't used that in years. So make sure that when you guys are watching the videos, you guys are actually watching what's current, because I mean, that's the only strategy that's been updated, but there's 3 different videos for that. There's one where we're using Ichimoku Cloud. There's one where we consolidated everything to one chart. And then the most recent one is where we introduced this K2 trend meter, which was introduced like, a long time ago. About 2 years ago. So Henry, go back and watch the videos, and if you haven't seen all of them, make sure that you're watching the most recent one, because we don't use Ichimoku Cloud anymore. I haven't used that in years. That's why we created the K2 trend meter here to and if you watch the video, it'll explain to you what the K2 trend meter does. It basically replaces the cloud, because before we'd have 4 screens up, now we just use the K2 trend meter and it does exactly that on one screen. So yeah, make sure that you guys go and watch all the videos if you guys are learning the strategies, because I've seen a lot of people who have joined and they're getting confused with like a lot of basic things. Like Prahul, I think you were confused about the strategies, and the strategies are very specific. Like it shows exactly what's required, and if it's not in that video, then it's not required anymore. So just heads up if you guys are watching the videos, because nothing's really been updated since then. Henry said the 1 minute signal fire. There's no signal here right now, Henry. We had this one over here that we took earlier, but we already profited off that. Here, let's see. Kip said, thanks for letting back in. Had to take a call. Patients are dying to see me. Oh man, ironic, right, Kip? Yeah, if you guys don't know Kip, Kip's he's actually a cancer doctor here in K2. So he's our resident doctor here at K2. He's the one that locked in, like, I think, how much did you lock in today? Kip like locked in some pretty massive profit today. I think he locked in like, yeah, Kip, this is Kip right here. Kip locked in 7,000 this morning. So definitely great work right there. It's called the K2 sessions high low, Charlie, for the new indicator. Let me see what else we got over here. So Casey over here locked in 455. Nice. Dennis is over here turning up already. It's only Tuesday. Sorry, Dennis. Let's see what else we got over here. Kip's about to update his profits right now, so he'll send us what he made. Stern over here locked in a total of 1,033 for the day. 1,033 euros for Stern, because he's trading off euros. Yeah, Yeah, let me see if I'm missing anything else over here. Terrence over here locking a total of 1,649. Nice work, Terrence. Yeah, other than that, let me see if I'm missing anything else over here real quick. Let's check the index. The index is still up 47 points. It's not very strong. It's, generally like we want it to be above 100 points or below 100 points. It's not really above or below. It's kind of just down the middle, but our bias is still pretty bullish here. Looking over here at the retail sentiment, it's still 66% short. So we're still looking for some buys here. We generally don't want to trade in the direction of the of retail. So we're not looking for any sells right now. There was a sell right here off the 1 minute, but I'm not going to take that trade because all the biases are pointing towards the upside. We still have a bullish bias here on the 10-minute, 3-minute, but it's starting to shift. You can see it's starting to shift from top to bottom, right? 10-minute was up here. Now it dropped. Same with the 3-minute. It was up here and it dropped as well. And then lastly here on the 1 minute, but I'm not going to take this because this is going to be a bit risky because the fundamentals are still pointing towards the upside. So it's still up 50 points. So what we could probably see happen here is price will probably come down slightly and then it'll swing right back up. So I'm not going to fall for that trap. Let me see if there's any other zones right here. Yeah, a lot of the times, guys, you guys can't just chase moves like that. Sometimes you'll get trapped into these moves where you think price is coming down, and then when you least expect it, it just skyrockets right back up. And the reason for that is because fundamentals are bullish. I can't see the actual stock index right now, but right now it's still 42 points in the green. So I'm not really going to be looking for any possible sells at this moment just yet. Yeah, exactly. Abraham said he just can't cross those highs. I know it's having trouble crossing it. Christopher said it seems that the New York high is at different points based off the 1 minute and 3 minute. No, it's actually at the same exact place right here, Christopher. It's just this one's spread out more. So you can see right here, the high is at 35,426. Actually, you're right. Let me see that. It looks kind of off, huh? Let me check the price of So for this right here, it's because it's probably because the pricing is like a little different. Like maybe it was during the gap. Because sometimes the gap that I'm referring to is the swap spread. So the swap spread, which is it happens at the end of New York session. Sometimes there's a gap at that time. Let me see if I can find it over here. I don't see a gap here on the 3 minute. Let me check this on the 1 minute. Because sometimes when there's a gap, it just ends up, the data is not there, the data points for that specific time frame. And then they end up being, I don't see a gap here either. But let me check this price right here. So let me just check this real quick. It's 35,420. It's only off by like 6 pips. So it's not really that much of a difference. The data points just might be different from the 3 minute to the 1 minute here. Because like I mentioned, sometimes price gaps and the 3 minute won't have the data, but it's like there's like slippage, right? You guys are familiar with slippage. That happens when price moves too fast and then it just kind of like skips a price point. So right here, it's on the 3 minute, it's 35,426. And on the 1 minute, it's 35,420. So it's only off by 6 micro pips, which is not, it's not really that much at all. But the Asia point is exactly the same. It's 35,424. And same with right here, it's 35,424 as well. So it's only off by a little bit. But the only thing I can think of causing that to happen is because it's based off the slippage that might have happened yesterday. Because looking over here at the, London is the same. That's the same. New York's the same. I mean, Asia's the same. The only difference is New York, and it's only off by 6 micro pips, so it's not really a big deal. But thanks for letting me know, Christopher. I didn't notice that until you mentioned it. All right, other than that, let me scroll down a little bit. Here, let me see if there's any other news. I think that's it for the news right now. Okay, cool. So that's it for the news right now. You can see price here on the 1 minute. It's still dropping, but it's kind of just, there's areas where it's just bouncing off. Let me see if there's any SR zones around this area. So as you guys can see, there's an SR zone that's right here. It's bouncing right off it. And at this point, it just might swing right back up. So we'll see what happens from here, but I'm not going to enter any trades until we have any confirmation of an actual entry. So let me get back to the Zoom over here real quick. Let me scroll over. Michael said, hi, Shawn, can you go over how to readjust the chart after reapplying the indicator because it resizes my chart? So Michael, here, let me, what time frame are you looking on, Michael? Because I can show you. You know, I'm trying to recreate what kind of screen you have on. Does your screen look like this? Because if you turn this on, it doesn't really change my screen at all. It just stays there. But if you need to reset your screen, just right click on the chart, click reset chart. Or if your screen's like way down here, just click on auto, and then it'll go right there. If your screen's too tight, then you can use this right here to stretch it out, make it bigger, make it smaller. You just click right here on the numbers, and then you drag it. That's how you can do that. But for me personally, I just reset it, and then it sets it for me like that. So if you can show me what pair you're looking at, what time frame, Michael, I can show you exactly how to fix it. But I'm trying to recreate what you have on your screen so that I can pull it up myself. Nice. Ardonius over here locked in 327. Great work, bro. Yeah, you guys are killing it. Guys, so like depending on your settings, so some people are asking about the settings for the new K2 high-low indicator. You just need to change the time because, you know, depending on where you're located, your time difference your times will be different. So right here for London, you just set your times there. For Asia, you set your times there, and for New York, you set your times there. I'm located in Pacific, so these are based off Pacific time. If you guys are located on the East Coast, you just change it slightly. You know, vice versa, depending on where you're located. So that's how you guys would change the settings for the new indicator. And you guys can see right here, prices rejecting perfectly off that support right here, and it's starting to bounce right back up. Let me check the fundamentals over here real quick. It's up 40 points still, so it's still bullish. Looking over here at retail sentiment, it's still there's still majority sellers as well. So we're still looking for some possible buys here. Let me scroll down real quick. Lamar said, would it be helpful to delete old strategies in the training that are no longer, they're not, the thing is they are relevant, Lamar. Yeah, I'm not sure why you think they're not relevant. They still work. So yeah, Lamar, it's definitely not helpful to delete old strategies because they still work perfectly fine. Not sure where you've thought that they were no longer relevant. If they were no longer relevant, then yeah, they'd be taken off, but they're 100% relevant because they still work completely fine. Let me see if I could scroll down real quick and see what else I'm missing over here. Yeah, so Praul said, yeah, I watched it again. Finally understanding, brother. Now I'm just thinking about back testing and learning from you live. Yeah, exactly, Praul. So like, you know, like I mentioned before, like Praul just joined K2, and I know he's a little excited because he took like some first trades on his own, I think on Sunday, and he locked in a lot of profit. You know, probably he literally just joined, and then on Sunday, I think he posted, I forgot where he posted it, probably, but you posted it somewhere over here. Oh, like right here. Like this was like Monday morning. He said first day at the community, hit profit with the strategy. So he got really excited because he like hit all these profits here using, you know, the strategies that are taught in the course. And he was asking a lot of questions. So what I was mentioning before is, you know, watch the videos and actually understand it before you ask questions, because sometimes you guys have to struggle to actually you know, understand what you're doing. Because the problem is if you guys ask a bunch of questions and I give you the answer, you're not going to learn anything. You're just going to be like, okay. And then the next day you're going to ask the same exact question. So if you guys are new to K2, make sure that you watch all the videos and you guys actually understand what we're doing here, because everything's explained in those videos. You know, later when if you're still confused later, then you can ask questions, but it's really hard to mess it up because everything's a step-by-step process. It's like a checklist. So if the requirements are met, the strategy is met. If not, then there's no entry there. Other than that, Enzo said news is weird. We had good news, but still dropping. Yeah, no, I'm still waiting for it, waiting for another confirmation here. Josh said, Shawn, you have a 1-minute sell signal that fired for you, but didn't show in my trading view. Is there a setting that I might have missed? So Josh, if you missed this 1 minute right here, you might be using different broker data. So for me, I use currency.com. You can see the data set right here. If you type in US 30 up here, there's different data sets, right? There's currency.com, capital.com, global prime, TBC. I use currency.com. This is the most accurate data that I've found, and I've been using this for years now. So that might be the difference with yours. You're probably using different data. A lot of people end up using Oanda. Oanda is okay, but I don't think it's as accurate as currency.com because they're different data sets. Let me scroll over real quick. Prabal said, hey, Shawn, I just asked some people from Funding Talent on their Discord. They said moves one lot equals $1 per pip on indices. So do I use a 5 lot when trading scalping US 30? Yeah, so you could use between a 3 and a 5 lot, Prabal, for Funding Talent if you plan on trading US 30 with them, with the trades that we take in the morning. So Christopher is asking, what website do you use for news? I use forexfactory.com. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, so I use forexfactory.com. That's what I use right here. And if you click on calendar, it'll show you all the news right here. If you don't have all this stuff on your chart, just click on filter, and then you can turn everything on. I generally just turn everything on because I want to know what's going on all throughout the news. But you generally don't. If you just want to know what's important, you can just uncheck the yellow and gray, and then this will be, the important news. However, for me, I like having everything on because I just like to know what's going on pretty much all throughout the day. All right, let me see what else I'm missing here. Paul said, didn't trade yet, still waiting, might call it a day without a trade. You mentioned not using the cloud. Yeah, Lamar, have you watched the videos? Because I know you had the strategies before it. Look, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by that. It's not that they're irrelevant. The thing is, it's explaining how the K² trend meter replaced the cloud. So guys, let me just show you guys real quick, because I don't know how there's any confusion here. If you guys actually watched the videos, and Lamar, I know you had access to the indicators, so I'm not sure if you even watched them yourself, but if you look over here, it shows you the timeline of how the strategy was created, the K2 intraday strategy, right? For this right here, it shows you how everything's been created from the start, because you guys want to actually understand how it was created from the beginning, right? So if I go here and just show you the video, you can see here, these are old, it's different because this stuff is way older, right? We're using 4 charts over here. You can still do this if you want to do by hand. If you want to do all the hard work, yeah, go ahead and do it this way. But if you look at the version 2, it's just the same thing. It's just we made things simpler. So it's not that they're irrelevant. It's the fact that we're making updates with the strategy, because sometimes people understand, why do we have the trend meter here, right? These earlier videos explain to you why the trend meter changes to that color. So that's why they're relevant, because it shows you how did this indicator become created and why does it work like this? Because when prices above or below the pivots, that's what's going to indicate here. So they're there for a reason. There's version 1 because it shows you how the strategy was initially used. There's version 2, how it's updated since then, but you can still use version 1 if you want to do all the work and do it by hand so that you understand what you're actually looking at. Then you can look at version 1. If you want to look at version 2 and skip, the 4 screens and just use 1, then use version 2. Version 3 is just indicating the indicators as we establish them, because these are extra confirmations, right? There's technically only 2 versions, because one where we use Ichimoku Cloud, which you can still use it. Version 2 where we take off the Ichimoku Cloud and use Trend Meter, but you can use either one. They're the same thing. It's just if you want to do more work, then use version 1. If you want to do less work and be more efficient, use version 2. Version 3 is just where we indicated the new K2SR indicator over here. It's just teaching how to use it with a strategy. So everything there is relevant. I'm still confused, where you think stuff here is irrelevant. Lamar, so if you could kind of no, I don't suggest not using the cloud. I said you could use the cloud, but it's not necessary. So Lamar, do you understand what I'm saying here? I'm trying to get it across to you guys because I don't understand where. If you actually watch the videos, you would understand why they're relevant. But I'm pretty sure you probably didn't watch the videos, Lamar. So if you want to go and watch the videos, you can go and watch each one, and then you could understand why they're relevant or not. Because I just, like we always have a lot of people who like say something, but like they haven't even actually watched the video, so they can't even say whether it's relevant or irrelevant. Every video here that's been used, it's been, you know, it's been pretty much straightforward. So other than that, yeah, we're gonna keep the videos there because they're completely relevant. But anyways, going back to the US 30 over here, still no entry. So if you guys are waiting for an entry here, we're still looking for a confirmation here. Here on the 3-minute, we're still looking for a possible buy to close above here. If it closes above here, we can take it for a buy. And you know, same with here on the 10-minute, we're looking for a possible buy here, but there's nothing available yet. So the only thing that we possibly have coming up would be this 3-minute here. We would need a buy signal to close, and it didn't close right there. So it actually closed negative. So no entry here off the 3-minute. Reason for that is because we have an invalid signal right there. And I'll put the requirements for this specific strategy right here. So this is the K2 US 30 3-minute pivot scalp strategy. So for one, you want to confirm a valid K2 momentum signal. 2, you want to confirm price is above K2 pivots 3 and 4 for a buy or below for a sell. And then after that, you can enter on the open of the following candle. All right, cool guys. So looking at this right here, so we have no entry here. Reason for that is because this is an invalid signal. We need it to be valid. That's gonna be requirement number 1. And it's the same exact strategy that we're looking at for the 1-minute over here. So same with 3-minute. This is the 1-minute right here. And that's pretty much what we're looking for. So if you guys are wondering, you know, why we haven't taken any trades, because there's no entry available. We've been waiting for it, but there hasn't been anything available just yet. Same with the 1-minute over here. We have a valid buy signal here, but looking at the second requirement, it needs to close, price closes. Let me change this requirement right here. It's not is, closes above the pivots 3 and 4. So we have a valid buy signal here, but it didn't close above it, right? So there's no entry available there. Same with this right here. Closes above. We do have a couple sell signals here that have appeared. Like we've had one right here, which would have been a winner if you took it. But the reason why we're not taking this trade here is because it doesn't confirm the bias across the board. So looking at the 3-minute here, it's still above the pivots, or now it's not, but it was previously. And same with the 10-minute over here. It was above the pivots, but now it's below. So it's kind of just going sideways right now. You generally don't want to trade when price is going sideways because it can easily reverse on you at any moment. Also looking at the fundamentals over here, the fundamentals are up 47 points. So everything here is pretty much pointing towards the upside. Also, retail sentiment is also short as well. So we're still looking for some buys here. I mean, there's some possible sells here that you guys can possibly take. Like if this closes right here, I'll mark it up for you, but I'm not going to take it myself. I do consider that a risky trade. And the reason for that is because the bias is still pretty bullish for the most part. Looking at other confirmations here. So let me see how far is this from here. It's enough to possibly hit TP before it reaches the support again. But there's you know, there's different things here that are indicating why I wouldn't take this trade. For one, the bias is not pointing that direction. Also, I don't want to trade in the direction of the retail traders. If all the retail traders are short right now, I definitely don't want to be taking any shorts because it's probably gonna shoot right back up. So let me see if there's anything else here. Let me go back to the Zoom real quick, and then I will scroll up real quick and see what else I am missing. All right, Roman's asking, why don't you trade futures directly, Shawn? I mean, these are the futures. US 30. US 30 is just, well, I'm like, you want to ask FTMO like why they don't let me trade futures? Because the thing is, these are basically futures. Indices are futures. It's the same thing. It just mirrors it. You know, if FTMO had futures, I would trade futures, but FTMO has indices, so that's why we trade indices. I mean, that's basically the same thing. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you want to ask FTMO if they like have futures later, because then that will probably we'll probably switch to futures. But right now, this is a symbol that we trade here. So this is why we specifically trade US 30. And Roman, you're familiar with FTMO, right? I'm sure you are because you're using FTMO yourself. So I mean, I could probably ask you the same question. Let me see. Are you using it as well? Let's see, Roman. Yeah, you're using FTMO as well. So I could ask you, why aren't you trading futures? Because they don't carry it. And that's just a, specific reason why I don't use it. If they had futures, I'd use futures. If they use indices, I'd use indices. It just depends on like what what they provide. But it's the same thing. I mean, if you look at the futures here, it's the same exact thing. You know, go to YM. I mean, it doesn't make a difference if you're trading the future or if you're trading the indices. It's the same exact thing. So right here, YM, see how it looks like right there? Look how the 1 minute looks. Doesn't it look exactly the same? Like literally exactly the same. So that's why we use, we use the indice here, but it's the same thing for the most part. Yeah, Henry. Yeah, I know that. You can use MYM, YM, or whatever you want to use, the same thing. It's just everything is mirrored off the same future. So yeah, Henry, I did see your email this morning. I get bombarded with like hundreds of emails every day. So if you guys send me an email, you guys have to wait for me to respond at least 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours, because I get like hundreds of emails a day. So yeah, quick answer to your question, Henry, so I don't have to respond to your email is, here, let me just see. Unless you want me to just respond through email, I can do that. But if you're okay with me responding to you on here, I can do that as well. It's just, depends on how fast you want me to respond to you. Because I still have like, let me check. I have about 273 emails right now. So, I'm probably going to get to your email a little later. Okay, yeah, no. So let me go back to your email here. I'll just pull it up. So Henry said, Shawn, you mentioned what we need to get started. You use TD Ameritrade, as you mentioned in your last email. Yeah, so I don't use TD Ameritrade. I stopped using TD Ameritrade like 6 years ago. I use FTMO. So we use US 30. If you're using TD Ameritrade, you can use YM or MYM. So if you want to use the mini or the micro, use the MYM. If you want to use YM, you can use that as well. I mean, it just depends on your account size, right? If you have a smaller account, then you'll use the mini. If you have a smaller account than that, use a micro. If you have a big account, you can use the actual future. So it just depends on like what your account size is, right? What can your margin cover? If your margin can cover YM, then use YM. If you can't cover YM, use MYM. It just depends on what you on like basically whatever you can handle on your account without over leveraging, right? Just keep that in mind. You want to risk about 1 to 2% per trade. So depending on how big your account is, that's what you would use, either MYM or YM. I would probably just use YM. I think you said you had like a 15K account. So with 15K, I think you could use YM. But if it eats into your margin, then yeah, you could probably switch to the mini or the micro. All right. Other than that, let me see what else I'm missing over here real quick. All right. Yeah, Geelong today, if you zoom out, it looks really flat. Yeah, the 1 minute looks super flat right now. So you can see it's basically just going sideways. This is why we're not really looking at entering trades just yet, because the last thing you want to do is enter a trade and then it ends up reversing on you, right? Because there's no direction that's been set. It's not really going down. It's not really going up. It's kind of just going sideways right now. So what we're waiting for here is we're waiting just for some sort of confirmation so that we can take the trade. But right now, currently, there just isn't anything available. Same with the 3 minute here. If you zoom out, it's kind of just going sideways. I'm hoping to catch at least one more trade before we log off for the day, but it is 7:30, so we have about 30 minutes till 8, which is generally where I stop trading. The reason why I stop trading at 8 is because the market starts to shift from then until the later session. Generally, it'll just consolidate, but from like 9 to or like from 10 to 12. So like from this time right here, from 10 to 12, this is usually where you get the mid-market reversal. So like price might just go sideways for a bit right here. Volatility already died out. And then it's going to be harder to determine which direction price goes from here, because there really wasn't a direction set, right? If you look at the price right here, market opened here at 6:30 and it's just been going sideways the entire day. It was supposed to be going bullish, but then it came right back down and now it's coming right back up. So it's kind of just going back and forth as we see it here. Generally from 10 to 12, this is when the mid-market reversal happens. This is lunchtime in New York. At this point, price will either go up or it'll go down, or it might even just keep going sideways. So it's kind of hard to tell really. It's hard to tell which direction to be looking at when there hasn't been a direction set. So let me just show you, for example, yesterday. So yesterday, I'll show you how there was a direction that was set. Or let me go to a clean chart. All right, let me go to a clean chart over here, and I'll just show you like how price moved differently yesterday as today. So let me just, so let's go to 6:30 on the 23rd. And I'm just showing you guys, so that you guys understand what I'm talking about here. Some of you guys are new here and you guys haven't seen it, but it's the same pattern that plays out almost every day. I've been trading US 30 every day live for like the past 3 years, so I kind of understood how things move. So you can see from 6:30 to 8. So like from this point right here, we were only taking buys, right? So if you guys followed my trade yesterday, we took buys, and the reason for that is because price was pretty much going towards the upside, right? So it pretty much was just heading up the entire time. You guys can see over here, as soon as it reached 10 o'clock, or I mentioned like from 8 to 10, it just consolidates, right? And that's what happened here. So from 6 to 8, we had a bullish move. From 8 to 10, price just consolidated. This is why I stopped trading around this time, because there's no point. And then from 10 to 12, look what I just mentioned earlier, right? From 10 to 12, it reverses, and it did exactly that. Right? So everything that I just explained to you guys, what I'm looking for, just played out here. So from 6 to 8, this is usually where I trade. I trade from 6 to 8, I only trade about an hour and a half a day. From here, we have a bullish move. So yesterday, if you guys were following me, you guys saw all of the profit that I made yesterday, right? We took about 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, straight wins. I made 3,733 on one account. On my other account, I made 3,333 straight wins here, because I just took buys here from 6 to 8. From 8 to 10, I logged off. I didn't trade anymore. So from here, it just consolidated. From 10 to 12, you can see price start to kind of go sideways until it finally reverses to the downside, right? And that's exactly why I stopped trading at 8. A lot of people always ask me like, hey, Shawn, why do you stop trading at 8? Market's still moving. It might look like it's moving, but in reality, it's just going sideways. It's not really moving at all. It looks like it's moving, but realistically, if you compare it to like 6 to 8, it's actually moving here. 8 to 10, sideways. 10 to 12, reversal. So that's why right now, price currently didn't create that move, right? So if I mark up 6 to 8 right here, so generally it moves directional, right? From 6 to 8, it hasn't really moved directional. It kind of just went up, then it came down, and it's going back up. See what I mean, guys? When the market's like this is when you don't want to trade. You want to trade when markets like this, like yesterday. This is a smooth market, straight wins right there. You just take a bunch of buys and you just keep winning. Looking over here, there's no smooth move, right? It's the same pattern every single day. If the market's moving like this, there's generally something up. And when the market's like this is generally when I just decide not to trade. So, just keep that in mind when you guys are trading. You don't have to trade every day. There's no, you're not required to trade every day. There's days where you guys can just not trade and, reserve your capital for a better trading day. So just keep that in mind. I see a lot of people try to force trades every day, and in some instances, it's better to just sit out the market. So let me just scroll out real quick and see if I missed anything else over here. All right. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else. Prahol said, hey, Shawn, do you still trade daily US 30 trading strategy that you mentioned in the course? So during the summer, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with how the market moves. The market moves in seasons. So we're in the summer right now, which is usually the lowest volatility. Market's just really slow, and we can't really take the daily entry like you mentioned, Prahol, because here, let me just show you real quick. So yesterday, I'll show you what the daily entry was. Sorry, it was on the, I think we used a 10-minute for that strategy. Yeah, we used the, sorry, I haven't used that strategy in so long, I can't remember what the time frame was. Let me just pull it up real quick. I'm pretty sure it's a 10-minute, but I'm gonna check again. Oh, no, okay. Actually, no, yeah, you're right. I think it is a 10-minute. Let me just check real quick, because we haven't used that strategy all summer because it's just moving too slow. The market is just like way too slow. So let me see if I could open this real quick. Yeah, it's on the 10-minute. So we're looking for basically the first valid signal. So looking here on the 10-minute, let me go to yesterday. All right, so yesterday, this would have been the entry right here. be a sell. And this is why we can't take it, because probably look, we're going for 1,500 pips, right? If you took that trade yesterday, it's a daily strategy, so it's supposed to hit within the day, right? If you took that entry right there, you'd be holding onto this trade for like the entire day and it wouldn't even move. It'd still be around entry point. That's why we can't take that strategy right now. During the winter, when the volatility starts to pick up, we can start taking those trades again. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Majority of the time, it just doesn't work because there's not enough volatility in the market. So you can see right there, basically that strategy, you just wait for the first valid K2 momentum signal after market open. Right here is the first valid signal. But if you took it, you'd still be holding on to this position with little to no movement in an entire 24 hours. Let's see. So from here, you'd be holding on to this trade for 21 hours. Or no, sorry. Yeah, you'd be holding on to this trade for about 21 hours and you still wouldn't have made any profit. You'd be like slightly in the red, but like no profit at all and barely in the red. So this is why we don't use this strategy during the summer, because there's not enough volatility to take the trade. In the winter, you'll see the market volatility will pick up, and then from that point, we can start taking it again. But right now, there just isn't any available entries for that specific strategy. All right, let me see if there's any other questions here. So let me scroll over here real quick. Yeah, exactly, Prolo. So Prolo said, thank God I didn't take it. Yeah, the market's just too slow right now for us to take that that strategy. But when the market does pick up in the winter, the fall, the winter, then we can start using it again. But right now it's just not working because the market is just moving too slow. That's why we went to a scalping phase, because a lot of the intraday trades aren't really available during the summer because there just isn't enough volatility. So let me just go over here real quick to the YouTube, see if I missed anything over here real quick. Billy's asking how many lots you throw in the market open. We use a 10 lot for FTMO. A 10 lot is equivalent to a 1 lot for a standard broker. Vincent said, what indicators do you keep in view and which ones do you hide? For the most part, Vincent, I mean, depends on which strategy you're applying. But for me personally, I always have the momentum indicator, the K2 pivots, the trend meter, and the new K2 sessions high-low indicator. Those are the main indicators that I use for everyday use. But I mean, it depends on what you're using. So like, you don't really need all of these. You technically only need specific ones for each specific strategy, but these are what I personally use for my daily use, because I mainly trade these scalping strategies for the most part. Jay said, what if sentiment hit 70, 80 plus short? I remember seeing that when market dropped after FOMC, so it did follow sentiment thoughts. I mean, it just depends, depends if the sentiment lines up with the fundamentals. I can't remember what sentiment, what the fundamentals were looking like, Jay, but you kind of have to tie everything together. Like, I look at the technicals, I make sure that the technicals match the fundamentals, and retail sentiment is always the last thing. So if they're all like pointing in different directions, then I generally just wouldn't trade. But if they're all pointing in one direction, like say if the technicals are bullish, the fundamentals are bullish, and also the retail sentiment is bullish, then yeah, I'll take the trade in that direction. But if they're opposite, then that usually helps a little better, because you want to trade opposite of retail sentiment. But it just really depends on how the market's moving, right? You just want to make sure that you cover pretty much all of the all corners when you're analyzing things. Let me see if there's anything else here. All right, let me get back to the Zoom real quick. Let's see. Mark said, what factors play into seasonal movement? You just mentioned. Didn't catch all of what you said. Mark, basically, I mean, the way that the market moves in seasons is that it just slows down during the summer. The reason why it slows down in the summer is because a lot of the big investors go away. I mean, you've probably heard that saying where it says, I forgot what it's called. It's like sell in May. Buying something, sell in May. It's a saying that, let me just look it up real quick. Yeah, it's called sell in May and go away. So that's what they call it. Like a lot of traders, they call, like, it's a saying that goes around in the trading world. It says sell in May and go away, because during that time in May, that's when a lot of big investors and institutions and banks, they go on vacation and they're just not pushing price. So during the summer, the market's very slow. When they come back to the markets in the fall, that's when the market starts to pick up. So it's about to be September. Summer is about to end. People are starting to reinvest again. So at that point, that's when volatility starts to pick up. So maybe not September, but generally October, November, that's when the market picks up. It'll be pretty busy from like that time up until May. And then from May again, it'll slow down. And then that's pretty much how it moves in seasons. Basically, the main thing that you need to keep in mind is that the market is slow during the summer. Fall, winter, spring, it starts to pick up. And that's pretty much all you really need to know, Mark. Yeah, definitely, no problem, Mark. Let me see if there's anything else here. Prahul said, never mind. Okay, let me see. Talanji said, can you show your trend meter time frame settings? Mine seems different. Your trend meter is going to depend on like what you're looking for, Talanji. So if you're scalping, you only want to know what's going on these specific time frames, right? So for the 1 minute, 3 minute, 10 minute, if I'm just scalping on these, I set my trend meter to same as chart. So you probably have yours to intraday settings, but intraday doesn't really matter if you're scalping, right? So your default settings are 30 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour. If you're just scalping, just set these to same as chart. And this will show you what the trend is for that specific time frame, which is the 1 minute here. And I do the same thing for the 3 minute. Right here, I have this set to same as chart. And then same with here on the 10 minute. I have this set to same as chart as well. And that's pretty much what I use for my scalping. But yeah, guys, so let me see if there's any other questions. So I think I'm done trading for the day, guys. Reason for me for being done is that price isn't really moving. It's just going sideways and it's getting close to 8. If you guys remember the markup that I did over here, generally from 8 to 10, price starts to consolidate. Like yesterday, it was bullish from 6 to 8, 8 to 10 consolidation, 10 to 12 reversal. So just keep that in mind when you guys are looking at these charts. And that's the reason why I'm probably going to stop trading for the day. I'm pretty happy with my profits for the day. I locked in some pretty solid ones. Let's see. Yeah, I'm up about 3,000 for the day. So one account, I'm up about 1,079. My other account, I'm up 1,479. So it's doing pretty solid overall for that there. Let's see. Nice. Rick said, I'm actually going to listen to Shawn today and dip. I was looking for your picture, Rick. Rick's pip and dip picture. So Rick over here, he locked in 1,031. 3 wins, no losses, straight wins. Great work, Rick. It's probably best that you just call it a day as well because of how the market's moving. See Maddie over here. Maddie locked in 1,498. Great work, Maddie. Salorm over here locked in a total of 1,651. Great work, Salorm. Nice. Hey, what's up, Kenny? Yeah, so Kenny, I do see your question right here for FTMO. What are your questions? I can answer them on the live if you want, or if you want me to just answer them here on Telegram, I can answer them after. Several, sure. What are your questions? All right, Patrick too. So Patrick locked in 4,414 for the day. He said he's done as well. He's done and done. Straight wins right there. No losses, straight wins for Patrick as well. So great work, Patrick. Let me see if there's anything else here. Man, we get basically these secret scammers in the group. I gotta go delete his message real quick. So, all right, other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing over here. So we got one more question here from Bobby before I log off. So let's see, Bobby said, so there are too many indicators to use. Sorry, but I'm not sure what your question is. So Bobby's question is, so there are too many indicators to use the free trading view. Sorry, Bobby, you lost me there with your question, but I'm not sure what you're asking. I don't know how many indicators you could have on the free trading view, but you can take them off. You don't need to have all of them on at once. So there isn't necessarily too many indicators. It's just, honestly, I don't have a premium account, so I can use as many as I want. But so I'm not sure how much are available on the free. But even if you're on the free one, you don't have to have like 100 indicators on your chart. I think you can use like 3 at a time, right? Which is perfectly fine. That's all I have on my chart right now. So no, you should have enough space to use it even on a free account. Bobby's asking, can you show your gold chart 1 minute, 3 minute, 10 minute? I'm not sure what you want me to show you, Bobby. I mean, I can pull it up for you, but I don't know what this would do for you if I was to pull this up, because I mean, there's nothing for me to show you here on gold unless you like want me to analyze it. I can analyze it for you, but I don't have anything here specific to show you here. I mean, this is what it looks like here. Did you want me to show you something on gold, or did you just want to look at my chart? Because if you want to look at my chart, this is what the chart looks like. But I'm not sure what your question was about gold here. Like, were you looking for an entry here? Did you see an entry you wanted me to take a look? Or I'm just trying to get across like what you wanted me to do here on gold. Because I can show you, if you want me to analyze something for you, I can show you. It's just I just don't necessarily have anything to show you here because I don't trade gold myself. I used to trade gold a long time ago, but I don't trade anymore. I just mostly trade US 30 for the most part. All right, guys. So I think that's it for the questions. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, okay, I see. Bobby, yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much just how it looks like. I mean, if you're just looking at how my chart looks like, this is how it looks like on the 10-minute, 3-minute, and 1-minute here. So, I mean, if there's something that you want me to analyze, just let me know and I can analyze it. But for the most part, I just don't have anything here to show you because I don't necessarily trade gold. There's a lot of other members in the premium that trade gold. So if you want to ask them in the group, like what they use, a lot of them use the same strategies that we use for US 30, but I personally don't use it. So I don't even know what the range would be like TP and stop loss, if that becomes the case. So other than that, let me see if I missed anything else here. Last question from Rahul. Rahul said, last question, do you recommend trading Forex pairs on London session with 1-minute, 3-minute, and 10-minute strategy? Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, I don't think you can. So what Forex pair are you talking about, Rahul? Because the thing is, depending on your spread, if your spread's wide, you can't even trade on the 1-minute. So you're talking about GU. So I don't know what your spread's like for GU, but it's like literally impossible for you to trade on the 1-minute. It just wouldn't make any, like, it makes zero sense for you to trade on the 1-minute. Let me see if I can pull up GU for you. I'm not sure like how familiar you are with the market, but depending on your spread, I don't think it's really possible for you to even trade this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's possible. It's possible, but it's kind of impossible if you're trading with. So like right here, for example, if you were to take this for a sell, because my spread's about 2 pips. So you take this for a sell. I mean, yeah, you can scalp it for X amount of pips. Sometimes it doesn't work if you're trading, like this is London session. So volatility is, you can trade it during this time, but depending on how far you're trying to go with your move, right? I'm trying to find something that like doesn't move as much, because it's going to be a little more difficult for you to catch it up. Like, let's see, let me turn this off. So if you want to use the snipe strategy, you can use that. But using the, I mean, it does work here, but you can see that volatility starts to die down. So like, let me show you like from London, it kind of picks up a little bit. So like London right here, you could have locked in some pretty nice profits, but other than that, so you'll catch a lot of fake outs right here. Like, see right here, price comes up and then it comes right back down, but you shouldn't have traded right here anyways, because this is a London breakout from midnight. So that you'd probably start looking for trades here. This is when the London market actually opens at midnight right here. So if you were to take trades here, yeah, you could probably catch these, but it's not really gonna, I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to catch these trades depending on your spread. My spread's kind of tighter, but depending if you're using like an unregulated broker, sometimes your spreads are a lot wider. It's probably like 5 or 4 pips. And if that's the case, it's going to be nearly impossible for you to catch trades here off the 1-minute. But I don't trade this myself, so you'd have to go and you'd have to go and try it yourself. Rahul, the only way that you'll figure out this stuff actually works is if you go and you test it out yourself. Because like I don't use it myself, so I don't want to tell you that it works when I don't even know if it works myself, because I've never done this on the 1-minute, 3-minute, or 10-minute. So this would be a personal thing for you. If you want to trade it on here, go and try it yourself and back test it. If it works, then yeah, continue to use it. But I can't tell you necessarily, because the strategies that I created are meant for specific, they're meant for specific assets. That's for a specific time frame. So they've only been tested on those, and that's what I know works. But it does look like it works here on the 1-minute as well. So same with 3-minute here from midnight Let's see. I mean, if it works well, continue to use it. So looking here at midnight, yeah, I mean, it looks like it works solid. It's just you have to figure out what your range would be, right? For US 30, I've been trading US 30 for like 3 years now. So I understand like what the range looks like. I know what like 500 pips is for me. Here on GU, I'm not sure exactly what the range would be here, but you can see here there's a lot of fake outs. So like, for example, here at sell, if you took that would have been a loss. Another sell right here, that would have been a loss. So I wouldn't recommend it. If you were to use anything, it'd be the 10-minute, but it wouldn't be the 1 minute or the 3-minute, because there's just a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of noise here with, how this plays out. Because like right here, you would have gotten, this would have been a good move. This would have been a fake out. You would have lost that. Another fake out, you probably would have lost that. Fake out, fake out. There's a lot of fake outs here. But if you go to the 1 minute, it's actually a lot smoother. So I can't recommend for you to use this for a hold, but if you want to go and back test it yourself, you can back test it to see if it works. Yeah, no, definitely. Probably. If you find something good, that'd be great. You can share with the rest of the members, and then we can all profit off it. Just like all the other indicators that, I mean, all the other strategies that I've taught you guys. Whenever I find something that works, I share with you guys. I don't hide it from you guys because, there's enough profit to go around. Amir is asking, I didn't see invite only scripts option under the indicators on TradingView. Is that only on the premium accounts? So Amir, you need a active subscription to the K² strategies. I'm not sure if you have one. If you have one, then you would have it. But if you're only subscribed to the signals, then you don't have access to the indicators. So if you want to message me, I can check your account, but I'm not sure which subscription you have. Because if you go on the website here, if you click on this right here, you're not going to have the indicators. But if you click on this right here, you'll have access to the indicators. So it just depends on which one that you have. Oh, gotcha. Okay, Mary. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You only have the signal. So if you do upgrade to the strategies, you'll have access to the indicators. When you click on indicators right here, you'll go to invite only scripts, and then it'll show up right over here, all of the K² indicators. All right, guys, so it's about to be 8. I think that's it for the questions over here. Other than that, I think everyone locked into a pretty nice profit. Let me just scroll over here real quick and see. Nice. Aaron over here said, second day, no losses, baby. Aaron's about to go get his Lambo today, right? Probably see Aaron with his new car. But yeah, so I'll check this real quick, and I'll show you guys real quick what everyone locked in. So here's the timestamp for today. You can see where it says today right here. I'll just scroll down the list and show you guys what everyone locked in before I log off. So for today, we have Victor over here with a total of $50 in profit. We got Patricia with a total of 1,200. We got Jeff with about 600 in profit. Victor, another $50. Jamie, 745. Kyle, 554. Clyde, 2,066. Jay, total of 3,410. Justin Bugai, total of 521. Maddie, total of 1,121. Casey, total of 455. Patricia, total of 1,244. Romano, 1,105. His other account, 1,014. Dre with a total of 484. Jalon with a total of 490. You guys can see these are all different people. It's not just one person profiting. There's like hundreds of people here who profited with this. This morning, Essa with a total of 90 on the personal account. Other account, 1,324. Albert with a total of 185. His personal account, $13. Dre again, 248. Scott, total of 404. Dennis, total of 1,332. Charlie, total of 171. Michael, a total of 322. Sisu, total of 3,689. Sisu again, 876. Steven, total of 3,093. Kip with a total of 7,235. Abraham with a total of 400. Junior, a total of about 2,000. Bradley with a total of 400. Justin Bugai again, 521. Roman, a total of 1,027. Jeff with a total of 605. Semtex with a total of 2,470. His other account, 310. Nico, total of 1,390. Kevin Lim with a total of 2,041. Stern with a total of 1,033 euros. Terrence with a total of 1,649. Ardonius with 327. Rick with a total of 1,031. Maddie with a total of 1,498. Salorm with a total of 1,651. Patrick with a total of 4,414. Aaron with a total of 4,865. Let's see, my brother Justin over here with a total of 7,307. Nice. Owen over here with a total of 224. Great work, Owen. And Prahul over here with a total of 1,335. Great work, bro. It's the second day of making profit. Nice work, bro. Yeah, you guys have been killing it. It's been amazing so far how far you guys have come, how much profit you guys have made. And if you guys are just joining K2, you know, this is just the beginning. There's a lot more profit to come. And we got to keep it going. Terrence over here with a total of 2,031. Nice work, Terrence. All right, guys. So I think that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and email me. I have like about 300 emails to get through today. So if you do email me today, you're probably not going to get a response for like another 24 to 48 hours. Otherwise, if you guys message me on Telegram, you'll probably get a quicker response there. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning. If you guys need to continue trading, I recommend using a smaller lot size, or to just be a little more careful with the trade that you decide to take, because the market is going to slow down a bit. I mean, it's already slowed down as is. It's just going sideways. But I would recommend that you guys be careful. And if you guys don't have to trade, just call it a day. We'll come back tomorrow morning. So other than that,